I think it was a really good way to bring everyone together.
Everyone contributed to it.
What was amazing was to see them bring their own ideas out.
It's a physical representation of what's most important at Hockaday, which is the Hockaday community.
The Centennial sculpture ended up being more than the sum of its parts. All of the students, all of the faculty, and the staff, the entire Hockaday community, were invited to participate in creating a sculpture in collaboration with a glass artist, Carlyn.
So Susan Sanders said, let's do a project with Hockaday. And I loved the idea. So it really started with me actually talking to the whole school.
And she came to the school and she brainstormed with us. So I think for about a month, we were just brainstorming with the students.
We had all these different sketches on the table. Then the girls would get into groups and then present their idea to the class.
They worked in small groups, in large groups. It was completely student-led, and they came up with several ideas.
Kate and I were partners, and it was really fun to use the toothpicks to create a mini model of the finished sculpture.
Yeah, we also have to incorporate kind of elements of both art and science.
It was a STEAM project which included science and math.
We looked at architecture, we looked at mathematical systems a little bit. We looked at patterns in nature.
Science and math were involved from the beginning because the girls decided that they wanted to have it be very natural seeming and be like a huge molecule.
The senior class voted on which one they liked the best. And that is when we involved John Christian Designs to help bring this idea into full-scale fruition.
We did a 100% mock-up at the shop, and we calculated the weight of all the glass so that we could figure out how it correctly would hang.
We spent a lot of time on it.
Because we had to work through.
Yeah. We didn't even exactly know what we were doing, so we kind of just went with what felt right.
Each child made a clay tile that they then cast in plaster, and then when they removed the clay tile, when the plaster was dry, they filled it with glass, which we then fused in the kiln. And those pieces are the jewels that are strung along throughout the entire piece.
And of course, there were a group of girls that were involved in directing the whole organization of how the tiles would be made, how people would be, sort of processed through the line of it, and really helped in that as well. But every girl had the opportunity to make a tile, as did every faculty and staff member that wanted to as well. I made one.
So we were all a little bit out of our comfort zone, and we giggled about it. I was actually quite surprised at some of our folks, their creative nature and what they could come up with. I just made a glass disc that was very colorful.
We thought we were going to accomplish it in one academic year, and it took 3. And then once the pieces were all put together, I could have never imagined how amazing it was going to be.
The most beautiful time was watching these girls collaborate, starting essentially from nothing.
I think it says a lot about where the school is going because it's going to be up forever. It kind of represents how Hockaday is trying to be even more collaborative and more of a STEAM kind of school.
They've gone out into college, they're studying different things, but their ideas are still seeds that will blossom somewhere.
They were so invested in it, and I think for them, the Centennial took on a whole different meaning. They really felt completely a part of Miss Ela's world.
When you stand back and look at the idea and the process and the collaboration and the final product, all of the effort and what everybody did, it's a snapshot of the life of a community.